Coach Gross, they want me to take the fur off the hood, but I think it goes well with the mustache. In Quest class, which was a life-changing class, that Mike Hall asked me to get certified to teach, because Mike Hall cares about kids more than most human beings on earth. In Quest class, one of the things we talked about was accepting a compliment, because it can be hard. It can be embarrassing. It can feel undeserved. But the fact is, people compliment you because they mean it most of the time. And there's no greater compliment than to be remembered kindly. And there is no greater compliment than to spend time with someone. And you are doing both. Thank you. It's that simple. And when they say I've touched lives, please remember this. They touch back. I doubt that I gave more than I got, because I have been touched so often and so deeply by such wonderful athletes and students and parents and friends of those and everybody involved. I am just totally lucky. I've been lucky enough to surround myself with talented and smarter people than I am. And I've kind of reaped the benefits of that. I want to say a special thank you to Randy Corbett and Joe Kelly, who started all this, and really I wasn't in favor of it, and quite honestly they said what I said in the newspaper, we're just going to wait till you die and do it without you. And listening to all those senior minutes there in the cafeteria, it really was, I never did eat anything, which is okay, because I wasn't laying in a pine box either to hear all that. And I take that as a good sign. So thank you, Randy and Joe and the committee. And I had a senior moment, but my senior moment is like, why did I come in this room? So I didn't offer that up. But anyway, it went beyond the call of duty, and Steve Nestor with all the shirts and donating shirts to the teams. I mean, this is a wonderful community. And they say it takes a village to make great things happen, and you are that village. They also say that every village has an idiot. And I guess that would be, well, never mind. I noticed, being a historian, and this is serious, that there are a few things named after people at Anderson High School. Titus Auditorium was named after my principal, E. Wayne Titus. The Mike Hall Way, Academic Hall of Fame, is named after Mike. Charles Brown Stadium that we're sitting in. I remember being here when it was dedicated to Brownie, and I think my sophomore year, and I remember raising money for the press box. We went door to door with bumper stickers that said, I bought a brick for the Anderson press box. So I did that. And the other thing, every bathroom here at Anderson is known only as John. So I feel like I'm in select company. Although, actually, I almost was in that pine box. Mr. Legendary Track Coach Icon, Wednesday at the track meet, we're running the 300 hurdles, and Coach Hoon and Coach Gross and I are ready to step out onto the track to adjust some hurdles that some athletes hit, and we looked both ways and didn't see anything. And Robert got out to lane 7 and 8. I stepped into lane 1 and was run over by a guy in lane 1. I mean, it was my fault. I stepped onto the track. I don't know why he was 15 seconds behind everyone else. Honest to goodness. And there will be no high fives tonight, because this arm, that's it, right there. It does not go up any higher. I talked to the young guy, and I won't mention what school, but I told him I was really sorry, and it was on me. It was my fault. He said, I'm sorry too. I didn't want to have to run this race. He said that. Everybody in the heat had times about 45 seconds, and his qualifying mark was 61. And I thought, I'm sorry I messed up your race, but why would you put a guy in that position? And I hope I have never done that, to put a guy in a position where he hates to run his race. So anyway, I know there's a danger to naming something after a living person. I have been warned by the committee to stay away from troublemakers, carousers, people with wild and crazy reputations. So, to many of my closest friends, most of the committee, a lot of my colleagues, my entire coaching staff, and certainly my immediate family, I guess this is goodbye. There's a price. There's a price. But I do have to thank my family. My daughter Katie mentioned my mom. I remember regional cross-country meet, high school year. I had to be in the top 10 to make the state meet. I was sick as a dog and was trying to count. It was at Avon Golf Course, lots of hills, and couldn't really see everybody. And I thought I was safe. And my mom comes running down a hill, Lucky Strike cigarette dangling from her lips. Seriously, yelling, "Get the lead out of your 12th." I thought I was in the top 10, so I figured Mom had a point there, and so I speeded up and caught a few folks. Family's important. Thank my wife Barb, obviously, like everybody else has said, working here at meets, especially on her birthday and her anniversary. I always seem to schedule meets then. And the kids worked at all the meets, and it's just been a family thing. Katie, like Katie said, she scored the state track meet with smiley faces when she was a little girl. I still have that paper when Bill Riffle won. That's pretty cool. I got interested in trying to be kind of tough, I guess, when I read a book called Lawrence of Arabia. And he used to do long, crazy bike rides and runs, and I just thought, how many wars have we helped England out in? If an English guy could do that, I could do that. And it worked. I was never a great runner. I was pretty good, and I got to go to the state meet. I made it to the national championships in college, and I got to test myself against the best in America, and they won. But I got there, and that really